Welcome to the corner where we talk about anime, manga, and everything in between. Well, I would have continued on in the last chapter, with the last one, sorry, where I had a good video going, and then I had a copyright claim, and I didn't want to go through the process of disputing it, so I just changed the music to other things, type of situation. Anyways, we're talking about Freezing episode 3, where Kazuya finally gets to class after 2 episodes, making Satellizer's life a living hell, and heading to his desk with girls ogling her, one of them being Hyoji, who is the class representative. When this ends up happening, let's make sure this music is as far down as possible. Anyways, when this ends up happening, they meet up in the cafeteria. Hyoji is kind of showing them around. They have food that I couldn't afford on a daily basis. It's a lot of food. Anyways, a lot. They have. I think I saw lobster at one point. Anyways, but they do have a Burger Queen. That triple. I want a triple queen with extra sauce. I mean. Anyways, they make it back to the table, and Hyoji says something about Satellizer that's more of a rumor than anything else, and Kazuri actually gets angry about this and says, "Stop it! Don't be talking about rumors about somebody you barely even know." This is when Satellizer actually walks down, and grabs her burgers from Burger Queen, and starts walking away. As we've seen in the last episode, Kazuya grabs her hand, and this is the first time the student body sees him grab her, and everybody gasps, goes like, "Oh, he touched her! Oh my God, he's going to die!" Type of situation, and it doesn't happen. More or less, she drops her bag, gets the grip, gets out of his grip, and walks away with the thought in her head. Unlike the others, it doesn't feel there's not a horrible feeling, a horrible sensation when he touches me. And she walks away, gets up to the rooftop. Obviously, Kazuya picks up her stuff and runs after her in the fashion he's been doing for a while now. This gives him a chance to actually apologize to Satellizer. Satellizer opens up to him just a little bit, telling him that he's the first guy that she's never had a horrible sensation when touching, type of situation. And he's like, "Oh, well, that's great. That kind of like an intro to a horrible porno." Yeah. Anyways, as this important conversation has been going on, and Kazuya asks if he could be a limiter, the release of Chasity appears out of nowhere, just appears and was like starts saying stuff like, "Well, this is a weird place for a baptism." Yes, this is a very sexual anime in a lot of different ways. But the biggest point of this situation is that Kanasuki is trying to get Kazuya as one of her limiters, because apparently her other name is the Limiter Eater, and she tries to seduce him while saying Satellizer. That's starting to get deteriorate there. Is trying to walk away. Well, he refuses and says Satellite is the only one that I want to be with, and ends up trying to walk away. She wants to punish him for humiliating him, and the fight pursues. Which, by the way, if you guys are wondering, this is who she is. The release of Chasity, Kanasuki, or that's what she gives herself the name. The Limiter Devourer is a real name. As her real nickname that she was given to her. But that's not to be said that she isn't trying, right? A little bit of horish, intense, just getting as many men as she can under her belt, as long as they're cute. Yeah? Wouldn't you go for it? Well, I probably wouldn't, but that's not the point. Well, this fight in turn pursues. Satellizer actually doing great in the battle and pushing her off, and she gets angry because she gets cut, and finally she adds her 3 limiters, freeze them in place. This is where it gets a little rapey. Let's just say She's trying to humiliate her in some way, shape, or form. And one of the ways is that she starts groping her and says, "I'm going to make you feel good. I'm going to make you feel good, and you're going to understand why it feels so nice to be touched by other people." And yeah, and then she goes into more of a humiliating thing, and this in turns out happening. Yeah, they're taking pictures of her. Yeah, pictures of her while in this position. But she can't move. She can't move because of freezing. The freezing effect that's been enticed. Well, this pisses off Kazui, and Kazui finally releases his freezing without being baptized. This makes everybody curious on what's going on here. Well, this is the end of the fight. Cell phones get destroyed, the pictures are gone, and looking at the whole situation at hand, we see Satellizer with a weapon above Kazuki, about to stab into her. Well, teachers up here and say you need to stop, and the only one that can actually stop her was Kazuya, who used a freezing around her, and everybody was surprised again. He can use a freezing without being baptized, or using the iron bar. An iron bar. So, yeah. Teachers look it up. He's 30% wow, I just forgot the word of that, but you guys understand what I'm saying at that point if you know what is going on. And he's made up of 30% of that, and they go on about what was the Gen Corp thinking and stuff like that. When it really came down to it, there was not really much when it really proceeded, I guess. But you know, to each their own. It goes on with the student president, student council president, warning him to stay away from Satellizer because the third years are coming, and a horrible English dub, I think, popped into frame, and the whole thing is, hey, you need to protect the second year. Wait, do you mean take care of a second year? Because I can understand that, but you said protect. So you're trying to protect Satellizer? I guess we'll find out in the next episode what's going to happen there, right? Well, with this episode, I like that they actually had a more in-depth storyline when it came down to it. It was very interesting. Like, the storyline itself was like, oh, they had a storyline finally. Except they still had those sexual things that ended up happening. Oh my god. Blush. Time for the baptism. Type of situation, you know? Just... Oh my god. But just because I haven't said it yet, all this video, boobs and panties, boobs and panties, boobs and panties. That's exactly what this has been going on. And don't worry, guys, there is still plenty of panty shots to go around. It's in everyone's every scene, a panty shot here, a panty shot there. You can't miss the panty shots. The nudity is only in the fight scene when she tears off the shirt and her breasts are exposed. And when she pulls off her undies, her panties. So, don't worry, guys, that's still there. The sexualization is still there. It's just more storyline in this episode than anything else. So, I enjoyed it because of that, but the English dub is horrible. I don't know if I can say that enough through these videos, but the English dub is horrible. It's atrocious. I've committed to the English dub for this series, so I'm going to keep going with the English dub on this series. I haven't heard the Japanese dub, and I really do not want to see if it's even more horrible there or better. I'm going to guess it's probably a little bit better. Other than that, if you guys have any comments about this show, you liked it, you didn't like it, comment below. We can have a little discussion about it and enjoy the conversation down there. Other than that, press that like button if you guys enjoyed it, so I know that you guys are liking the videos and to continue on with certain series type of situations. On top of that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and so you guys can continue to get this content. Normally I'm doing this every day anyway, so get something out there almost every day unless I get busy with something. Otherwise, there will always be that weekly, no matter what, which is Fairy Tail and Dragon Ball Super. So those two will be utmost at all points in times. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day and a fun one as well.
in the club, gon' throw your hood up.